I have heard listened to the presentations so far with great interest, and I think a lot of area has been covered. Talking about Pakistan-Afghan relations, I think at one time, a long time ago, when I used to be the ambassador there, I used to tell people that Pakistan and Afghanistan, people to people, will always have excellent relations, even if the governments try to spoil them and try to interfere them. It is in the nature of the societies of the two countries and the common heritage and common history that we share, that the two people of two countries will always be close to each other, will always be cooperating with each other. And that is why the prime example of that is that whenever there is some trouble in Afghanistan, the first country that the Afghans think of to take refuge is Pakistan. So we need to keep that in mind, and we should see that these relations are further enhanced and further developed. Of course, at the moment, everything is subject to the peace process in Afghanistan. Until peace is not established in Afghanistan, nothing of much substance can happen between the two countries. And the only way peace can come to Afghanistan is by Afghans themselves. They have to negotiate that peace. Afghans know how to do that. They have lived in their tribal societies and in their tribal groups for centuries, and they've always lived peacefully, barring some moments of disturbances in the past. So we should just help the Afghans come together and find a peaceful resolution. We need to tell the Taliban also that they cannot rule Afghanistan alone, however hard they may try. At the same time, the other Afghan groups, the Afghan government and other groups need to realize that Taliban are a part of Afghan society. They have a large following, and that they need to be accommodated. How we will achieve that is probably create the environment where Afghans can have discussion with each other, and from the sidelines help them with friendly persuasion. Talking about this, that Pakistan has a lot of influence with Afghanistan is wrong. Pakistan has good relations with the Taliban, yes, but it doesn't mean that Pakistan can force the Taliban to come to an agreement, just as Pakistan cannot force the Afghan government, however good relations we may have with them, to force to a certain kind of peace settlement. Let the Afghans decide that. As far as bilateral relations are concerned, I think His Excellency the Afghan ambassador talked about the mechanism of APAPs which exists, where all difficult subjects can be discussed and should be discussed. We need more interaction at the government-to-government level, and we need to sit down and sincerely resolve issues. See that there are a lot of issues. I mean, transit trade is one issue. Afghanistan looks at it from a different perspective. We look at it from a different perspective. Both have logic about it. Both have certain points that need to be clarified. They need to sit down and discuss that. Transit trade for Afghanistan is essential. We, as their way to the sea, we need to facilitate that. We have taken steps in the past to facilitate that. Our problem is that a lot of Afghan transit trade is used for smuggling in Pakistan. And we Afghans have to work out a formula with us how that can be prevented so that Pakistan's economy is not adversely affected. Number two, as far as Afghanistan and Pakistan trade is concerned, there is tremendous scope. There is a lot of trade, has trade jumped a lot in the recent past. Of course, part of that jump was due to the war economy and reconstruction that was going on. That it could not have remained at such a high level, but still the trade between the two countries, I think, should be facilitated as much as possible. Pakistan took some very valid steps and good steps at one time when, for example, instead of requiring Afghans to open a letter of credit in dollars, we shifted to the Pakistan rupees, which helped Afghans because Pakistani rupees used in Afghanistan Pakistan just as much as their own currency, is. We need to facilitate their trade. We need to see that impediments are removed. There is a very good Pak-Afghan Chamber of Commerce based in Peshawar, and they are doing very useful work. And they should. Trade today is not government to government. It should be a private sector, and the private sector should work out the best way so that the trade is beneficial for both the countries. Coming to education, once again, a lot of students are studying. Students are studying in Pakistan. Some Pakistanis. क्या आवाज ठीक नहीं आ रही?
नहीं, आपकी आवाज एजुकेशन सेक्टर तक बिल्कुल ठीक आई, उसके बाद थोड़ी सी लॉस हो रही है, तो आई थॉट कि मैं आपको
कैन यू हियर मी?
बता जी वी कैन हियर यू you're talking about the different points.
I was just beginning to talk about education sector. I think there are about 20,000 or so students, Afghan students studying in Pakistan. We should encourage as much. Of course, the trouble is that there is not enough to go around even Pakistani students. So, however much one wants to accommodate the Afghan friends, some grievances would always be there. Just as Pakistani students have a lot of grievances about getting admission in the universities here. So, if we treat them like our own, then they will have to go take the difficulties also in their stride. As far as health is concerned, again, tremendous cooperation between the two countries. When I go to the PIMS in here in Islamabad, it's full of Afghans. When I go to Shifa International Hospital, they're full of Afghans. They come over. They have, and I think the embassy is providing special assistance for the visa facilities for people requiring consultations for health reasons, and we should expand that visa facilities further. In fact, I personally feel that we should work very hard towards reaching a stage where we do not need any visas, that an Afghan can come without a visa to Pakistan, and a Pakistani can go to Afghanistan without a visa. This visa is totally unnecessary. But we need to have work it out, and I'm sure once peace is achieved and a settlement takes place, this will happen. The two countries can do a lot with each other. The two countries have a lot in common. People know each other very well. A lot of Afghans speak Urdu. There is a huge population of Pashto speakers in Pakistan, more than what is in Afghanistan. So the commonalities are there. The thing is, we need to establish good faith with each other. See that even if there are problems, it's not because one side or the other is creating those problems deliberately. 90% of the time, problems arise because we don't have the control on the situation, which is an inherent part of a developing economy and a developing country. And but we should just see that we have good faith and talk to each other with that good faith. I think I'll probably, I can go on for hours on this subject, but I will probably stop.